I was like, why the F are you still in my house? What are you doing here? Why is your stuff still here? I go inside the house and all of her stuff is still all over the kitchen, all over the bathrooms, all over the freaking bedrooms. It stinks to high heaven. It's just disgusting in there. And I'm like, I can't even get someone to clean this crap. We have to move in. Hey y'all, so today I wanted to pop in to do a little bit of a different type of video this week. A story time, if you will, about our house buying experience. And it was one for the books. And the title of this video is not clickbait, y'all, okay? Literally, on closing day, an hour before we were literally on closing day, an hour before we were ready to sign our lives away to purchase our house, the seller was still there. She was still moved in. She hadn't moved a thing. This was supposed to be the final walkthrough, and I was never informed that the seller was still there. Not to mention the house was very lived in and filthy. So before I give you the tea on what happened when I showed up to my new house and saw all of her crap still there, I want to talk about all the events that happened that led up to this. I am Valerie and this is Finance Tea, and if you are not subscribed, please do to join the tea party. And watch this video until the very end to see how I cussed this lady out. Not my proudest moment, but it kind of did happen. So yeah, we'll get there soon. Tiller Money is a unique personal finance solution. It's the only service that automatically imports daily spending, account balances, and transactions into Google Sheets and Microsoft Excel. People love Tiller Money because it combines the automation of an app with the unmatched flexibility, customization, and control of a spreadsheet. It looks freaking awesome. I just signed up for myself and I can't wait to see how it helps with the money management process. I'm definitely going to be giving you guys more of an insider look into our finances and how we manage them using Tiller Money. So be sure to subscribe for future videos all about that. And if you're interested in trying Tiller Money, my affiliate link is in the description. They offer a 30-day free trial just by signing up. So why not give it a try and see if it helps you get more organized with your finances. Again, the link is in the description. Now back to the tea. Okay, so the house search journey in 2020 was it was a little crazy. I don't know what to compare it to. Well, actually, we were looking for a house in 2018, I think, so like 2 years prior, and then we stopped looking at that point in time and we started again in 2020. Compared to 2018, it was a little bit more hectic. There weren't that many houses on the market, and when they were on the market, they were going off the market pretty quickly, but not nearly as quickly as they're going off the market now in 2021. They're literally not staying on the market more than like 20 days, something like that, like less than a month. So it was a kind of a frustrating process because we would see houses that we liked and then they would be off the market in like a week. But they were on the market for like longer than that, but we had just seen them, and you know, it's that whole thing. So we got our realtor to set us up with this automated system where she would send us homes every day. And we would look at them as soon as she would send them so we can see if we liked them. So we finally found the house that we liked after looking at several of them in person. And then we also put down a couple of offers on 2 houses. One of them, they didn't accept their offer, and someone else came in higher than us. And then the other one, something happened with that one and I forgot what happened with that. Oh, they accepted our offer, but then we found out that they had foundation issues after the realtor received like I forgot what it's called, but when you put down an offer, the selling agent has to send the borrower's agent like a list of the things that are going on with the house, and it turns out that they had really bad foundation issues, so we took back the offer. So then now we come to this house that we're in right now. We put an offer down on the house, a little bit more than asking price, and it was accepted. So I'm talking fast because my battery is about to run out, so that there's a thing. So things are normal all the way up until inspection. So we got the inspection done. Expensive, okay, very expensive. How come no one told us how expensive inspecting would be? So there were things that they found that needed to be fixed. Nothing too major, but one of those things was electrical issues. They had like the electrical problems in this house. The electricity works, but it was done very cheaply. It was done not professionally at all. And so we needed to get that fixed, and that was a part of the things, that was a part of like our deal breakers, right? So we communicated this to our realtor, okay? In turn, we assumed that our realtor would communicate this to the seller's agent, which she did, but they came back with a augmented agreement that didn't really show the changes that needed to be done with the electricity, but our realtor was verbalizing to us something different. So I ignored what I saw on that piece of paper, because according to her, yes, the seller's agent said that the seller would fix all these issues, right? Now, this was a mistake because, of course, again, she did not communicate what was in the agreement. So closing day was supposed to be June 1st, and we were supposed to be out of our apartment June 30th, like the end of June, okay? So all of this stuff was going down, and we were like, I think we had put the offer in like April at some point in time. So between April and like the end of, or not the end, but like between like the beginning of April and like mid-May, she was supposed to be making these changes that the inspector had found, right? Including the electricity issues. So she's making these changes, and so a few weeks before closing, we decided to hire the same inspector to come back and inspect the house a second time to make sure all of the changes were made. Now, a lot of people do not do this when they're buying a house, because they just trust that the seller is going to do what they say they're going to do, but do not ever do that. Don't ever. It's expensive, because we paid about a little bit over $400 both times to get this inspector to look at the house again. But it's worth the money, because you just want to make sure that all the changes are made the way that you want them to be. Because, you know, you just never know. In our situation, the woman who was selling the house to us, she was also a investor. Even though she lived in the house for a long time, she wasn't really flipping it. It was still an investment property. And so she made, you know, sometimes with investment properties, you know, they cheaply do things. I mean, that's just the truth, because it's cheaper to, you know, to fix things up the way that look presentable, but they may not be quality, right? And so there were some things that she needed fixed. So anyway, but we didn't really trust completely, wholeheartedly, that she had made all those changes, and we just wanted to make sure. So we hired the inspector to come back a second time. He comes back and electricity hasn't even been touched. We're like, what? Are you serious? Now it's like a week before closing, and we're freaking out, like, what's happening here? So we're going back and forth for days between our realtor, the seller's agent, and we're like, what's going on? And she's like, oh, I didn't say I was going to fix this. Turns out, well, she didn't really say she was going to fix this. In that agreement, the initial agreement that came back to us, remember, our realtor had failed to really outline the fact that they didn't put electricity issues, that they were going to fix that. All they said was they're going to fix was like the circuit breaker, which they didn't even fix that. So they weren't doing what they were supposed to do, right? So finally, we went back and forth. The seller was she's being a total freaking, oh, I can't stand that woman. She would not do it. So what happened was our realtor, just so we can just finally get through with closing, because we really didn't think we were going to get this house. Okay, at the very end, we did not think. So in order to get it, our realtor was willing to give a portion of her commission, and the seller's agent was willing to give us a portion of their commission to donate towards getting the electricity issues fixed, because the seller was not willing to do anything. Okay, so that was like, wow. But okay, fine. So at the last minute, we were able to close. So fast forward to closing day. I roll up in front of the house to do my last minute walkthrough, literally an hour before actually signing the papers. And guess who's still there? The seller. She's in my driveway, taking out stuff from the freaking garage. And I'm like, I'm beyond mad, because I'm already pissed that she wouldn't even fix the electricity issues. So I said, okay. And I started cussing her out. I just cussed her. I was like, why the F are you still in my house? What are you doing here? Why is your stuff still here? I go inside the house and all of her stuff is still all over the kitchen, all over the bathrooms, all over the freaking bedrooms. It stinks to high heaven. It's just disgusting in there. And I'm like, I can't even get someone to clean this crap. We have to move in. So anyway, we cussed her out. She's like, I promise you we're going to move. They said that what we can do is if she's still there after we actually sign on the dotted line, then we can actually force her to pay us rent. We didn't do that because she was out by that weekend. We just gave her one day to get everything out, and she was out. But then we had to hire people to clean the carpets. That didn't work, so we had to actually get new carpets because it was just disgusting. It was a whole fiasco, and I'm talking fast because my battery's about to go out, and this is not a good video because of that. But there you have it. That's my closing day story. It's a fiasco. It was crazy. If you have any stories about your crazy closing day experiences, let me know. I'll probably do another video like this again with my husband, and we can talk about it more without me talking fast and rambling. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, join the tea party, hit that bell to be notified hit that bell to be notified when I drop my newest video. Help your girl out, and until next time, friends, bye. And this is not like a fast forwarded video, I'm talking like this because I have to talk because the battery's about to go out and I'm really scared that it's gonna go out. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you got to follow along, and I'll do another video about this again later on, but I'm just really trying to get this video out and the battery's about to freaking die. Okay. My God, I need a freaking shot of vodka or something. Thanks for watching.